there's different rules, right? Because they fight in a ring, we fight in a cage. They have a 10-minute round, we have a 5-minute round. So, but the nice thing about this relationship is, no matter what the outcome is, they'll have an opportunity to possibly face each other again in the future in Japan under the Dream rules. So that's an option.
Right, and has Strikeforce discussed what they would do if perchance Miami does win the Strikeforce title and takes it back to Japan?
Well, then Gilbert will have to go to Japan, won't he? Then he'll have to go to Japan and fight in the Dream, under the Dream rules, and that's something that we've already discussed with Dream, the Dream officials, and we'll do it. And so that's not going to be a problem.
Yes, question.
From Tennessee, for Dan, with the way Jake fights and what he's known for, what are sort of your biggest concerns as you head into this fight?
Well, I think Jake's very dangerous in certain things. He puts people on their back real well and finishes fights fairly well from on top. So those are my concerns, and those are the places I'm going to probably try to avoid. Either I want to be on top or on my feet with him. I don't think it's any secret of either one of our game plans.
And then Jake, same question for you. What's your biggest concern with the way Dan fights and what you got to watch out for?
Yeah, I think our game plan is pretty obvious. It's no secret us trying to, either one of us trying to lie and say different game plan. If you're targeted, I want to put him on his back and submit him. He knows that. I know that. It's a matter of who can get their game on. I think if I keep putting him on his back and put him there, I think I'll win the fight. If I can't, it's going to be a tough fight for me. So.
We do want to bring to your attention, while we will have some time for one-on-ones after this, we have very limited time because the fighters have a schedule today to have talent meetings, so we do want to encourage you to ask your questions now. More questions? Let's go. Yes.
For Chemo, something in your camp, when you're doing a lot of high-tech training with the computer and whatnot, can you talk a little bit about that, what you're doing there?
With the computer, I'm learning how to do fouls the referee can't see. Blows, elbow strikes from the top, foot stomps, all that. I can't reveal my secrets, but I'm learning how to foul. Train that so the referee better have his eyes open and be aware of the fouls.
Yeah, Dan, this is your first fight since UFC 100. Have you noticed any kind of difference in terms of the way the media regards you or your stature coming to this fight? I mean, is that bump, UFC 100 bump, affected you in any kind of way?
Well, it's obviously gone up since that fight, and because of the result of that fight, basically. So as far as any change since I've left the UFC, no. I feel like there might be even more media now. It's hard to tell, because before that fight was pretty huge as far as notoriety goes for myself. So it's been steadily going up since then, even now. So.
You've been known for fighting tough guys your entire career. Where would you put Jake in terms of the caliber of one of you face?
Right up there. I mean, obviously he's record speaks for itself, and he hasn't lost in a while. And I don't know if I fought anybody that's had that big of a win streak. I don't know. I don't really pay too much attention to that, but that's just what I've been hearing in the media.
There's also some talk that this is the last fight of Jake's contract. He may have the option to leave. As a guy who just left the UFC, would you offer him any advice in terms of maybe going there or not?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm dealing with that. I'm just always get it in writing, famous last words. Don't worry, bro. We'll take care of you. So, but they've done great things for the sport, and I think that's why I'm so excited to be here right now. I think with Strikeforce having the relationship with CBS, it's going to take it to a new level.
Yes, question over there.
For Jake, with this being the last fight of your contract, is there any extra pressure on you knowing that there's a negotiation window coming up for you, whether here or elsewhere?
I don't really think about that too much, but I guess of course there is. If I go out there and perform good, go out there and knock Dan Henderson out or something, of course I'm going to get paid. So of course that's a big factor. I don't want to go out there and look bad. Being the last fight of my contract, but You know, I put a lot of pressure on every of my fights. I think that's why I've been successful and keep winning. I don't want to lose any fights, but I think this one, you know, main event on CBS, it's particularly a lot of pressure to go out there and win in an exciting fashion.
Question for Gegard. Your response, there's been some of the trash talk in the past few weeks and months leading up to this fight. How do you respond to some of that trash talking?
In the beginning it bothered me, but now I'm okay.
Mr. Gegard. Impersonation you real quick, dog. Please, just do one.
I can't.
Just listen. Why not? Just listen up, man. This press conference is getting kind of redundant. We gotta do something, you know, spice it up, because our fights, the main fight people are talking about besides the other two. Hey, come on, Gegard. Seriously, man. Just have some fun, man.
Yeah, but it's not my personality. So
Just get outside the box. Just do an impersonation of me, just real quick. Just do a dance or something, put a towel over your head, and just something, put some shades on you. Say, hey, dog, say something. Please, Gegard, just one favor. That's it.
nothing comes up in my mind to say. So.
Do you have an imitation of Gegard?
I've heard it once. I will do it again. If you want to hear it, there's it's on something, I don't know, YouTube or something. You can YouTube it. King Mo impersonates Kermit. You know what I'm saying? I think.
We got it.
You want to ask somebody with, you know, good computers. What's your name?
No comment.
He's trying to high side.
Yes, John.
Gegard, when he comes up like that and stands up and asks you to do things, does this annoy you? Does anything he said annoy you?
Well, in the beginning, but now I can laugh about it. I know it's not gonna affect my performance in the cage. And it's better for the sport. I think the fight is more exciting now. People are excited about the matchup.
So right now, when he does stuff like this, you don't take this personal?
In the beginning, but now I understand. It's also like my first time that I have someone that talks so much. So it's something that I also have to get used to. Like, I don't know. I'm okay.
Any further questions? Once again, our one-on-one times are very limited today. Yes?
For Jake again. I'm just wondering how you feel about being the underdog from this fight, even though you're the champion.
Oh, that's fine, you know. I mean, people, bookies and stuff make the odds, so I think Henderson's had a great career. You know, it's not like he's just come from nowhere. You know, he's been champion of other organizations, so I'm okay with that. I like being an underdog, you know. It takes the pressure off, and then go out there and got more to gain.
Yes.
Dan, this being your first fight with Strikeforce, how important is it, you know, wanting to go out, you know, to a good start and all that?
I don't think this being my first fight in Strikeforce has anything to do with the importance of me wanting to win. So I treat this just like any fight. It's the same fight once you're out in the ring or in the cage. So you know, I'm out there. I'm prepared to be out there for 5 rounds, 5 tough rounds if I need to be. So it doesn't matter to me.
Yes, Josh.
Gegard, did you take any of most stuff personal, or did you just brush it off as a guy trying to get in your head?
Like I said, in the beginning, I took it personally, but I understand it's a business, it's a sport, it's entertainment. So, something that I have to get used to.
Why do you think he does it?
I don't know. It's his personality.
Is that just your personality, not trying to get under your skin?
It's just my personality. I just have fun. And, you know, honestly, this press conference, I can line it up and ask them better questions.